645 yards versus 170. What we did in the red zone, scoring 5 times, hold them to only 2 field goals. It's just good things are going to happen. Got to take away, protected the football. Had a number of guys who played really, really well, as you can imagine. Obviously, you have that type of production. Your old offense has a hand in that. But I will say this: when our O-line plays that way, it doesn't matter what we call, what we do. We can do anything. They played at a really high level, and man, they finished. They started it and they finished, and so that was awesome, man. Decker and Graham and Frank and Zeitler, and then obviously Sewell. So I was proud of those guys, man. They really set the tone, and likewise on the other side of the ball, our D-line, man, really showed up. So shut that run game down. Bates on special teams did a good job. Had a number of kicks, extra points, the field goal, kickoffs. Leaf, Baki, O'Connor. We've been using O'Connor on special teams a little bit, as well as defense. And kickoff, he's helping us out, man. Field goal block. So there's things he's doing that's like, all right, man. Neiman. And then defensively, Kirby and Jack really showed up for us. And Rodrigo, it's good to get him back. And then Vildor stepped in and did a nice job for us. Cam wasn't, just didn't quite feel right. And so we got him out of there. And Vildor did a great job stepping in and competing. So number of guys, great team win. And it's on to the next one.
We've seen this offense operate at a high level for a long time. Defense now, they're showing some big gear, maybe teams out of the end zone. Becoming a real weapon for you guys for an asset.
Yo, the lies told that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, hands open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like lots of sin was popping in like oxygen when boxes wet. Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose when I get to, never lose smooth on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we running it, maybe. We just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision and pay me, it's never this way. We indigenous, maybe we winning this crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity.
Yeah. Welcome one, welcome all, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know if I'm even coming in through the USBA camera, and I am. Welcome one, welcome all to the Lion Villain Report. I am your host, Russell Wayne, and we are broadcasting live on our Facebook page at Lions Villain Squad. Make sure you go over and follow and like that content. We're broadcasting live into the Detroit Lions News Podcast Network with Joe Chapp on his Twitter at JC Sports Network on YouTube, as well as our own YouTube channel at Lions Villain Squad. We are brought to you by NFL Shop, and you can use the link in the comments right now that I'm going to be putting in here for the NFL Shop. You can save yourself up to 30% off of your order from our affiliate marketing partner there at NFL Shop. If you want to partner with the villain right there, if you want to partner with the villain, you want to be guilty by association, you own a business in the Michigan area and you are a Detroit Lion fan, and you want to partner with our show, get a hold of Main Event Mike at 810-620-2167. And our Stars program will be going to support Riker Wayne's World. My wife has a Facebook page that she is sharing resources for parents who have children with special needs. So if you're commenting using stars, thank you for supporting our journey, because it's faith, family, and then football in that order. We love talking football on here. We love watching football. But we use football. We use football to create the memories and spend time with our families. We don't let football use us. We are the UDFA. That's right. That's right. The UDFA of sports podcasting. That's us. We're out there grinding. We're not the best show that's out there. I mean, I don't know. You can ask Paul. He's in the comments right now. I think we might be top 20 by now. And we're ready to keep on grinding, keep on working, because we're the Tom Kennedy. We're the Tom Kennedy of sports podcasting, and you can help by simply liking, sharing, and commenting on the video that you're watching right now. And it's PFF Tuesday. And what a better day to be here for PFF Tuesday than after a 52-6 blowout win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, if you're a Jacksonville Jaguar fan, today is a very, very embarrassing day for you. But before we get into all of that, I want to say hello to everybody. What's going on, Jay Smooth? I'm sorry I don't have the drops. I mean, I might be able to have the drops. I don't know, but I can't. No, I need the microphones. I need to have the USB microphone. So I am sorry I'm not going to be able to get the drops in here today. But that's all right. I still got my voices. Good morning to you, Henry Gray. Good morning to Paul Jones. Right there. Did we crack the top 20? That's all I want to know. Right there. Dwayne Keynes. I've been hearing that we signed David Long. Not sure, though, if it's true, but haven't seen anything yet. I haven't seen anything in that way either. I do have, sideline report, and they did sign a veteran linebacker. Let's see. The Lions officially. Okay, let me. I mean, I can get into this right here. Just so I can hit that. I don't know about David Long. Let's see who we got here. I think that you might be right. Yes, David Long, right there. Lions officially placed Anzalone on the IR in the afternoon. They also activated safety Fatu Melifanu from IR, what looks like a procedural move just to place him on IR again, and then signed linebacker David Long to their practice squad. And a surprising move, Long was waived by the Miami Dolphins last week, and he started all 17 games for them last season, totaling 113 tackles and 9 tackles for loss, with the number 1 defense grade from Pro Football Focus, 92.6, among off-ball linebackers who played just at least 20% of their defensive snaps. A hamstring injury in week 3 this season cost him week 4 and eventually the starting job. He has been a poor fit for the new defense in Miami and some notable regression as a run defender in that grade. So they waived him, and here's a guy that had 113 tackles last year and was one of the better graded defenders. Sometimes one man's trash is another man's treasure. And he's not going to come in and do something right away, but you got him on the practice squad. He can learn the defense. But no, I just wanted to comment back on that. Thank you, Dwayne. Good morning to Maurice. Good morning, Villains. Good morning, Fred Peterson. And 9-1. Who would have thought? Best team in the NFL. You got to like that. And not only is it the best team in the NFL, this may be an all-time team, especially on offense. And then just watching these players move up and just become better and better as the season's going along. You know, as you got these young players like Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph, and it's crazy to think that they're not progressed all the way up to where they're going to be. You know, the Lions scored touchdowns on 7 possessions. The first 7 possessions. You know, I think what happened was Dan Campbell got a phone call early in the morning, and Jack Fox got stuck in traffic. And it's like, looks like we're not going to have a punter today. Oh, well, we'll just go ahead and score a touchdown, and we'll just go ahead and score on every possession. So you don't have to worry about coming into work today, Jack Fox. It's okay. And then Elise puts this. Thank you, Elise. Worst blowout win ever. I can't believe Aaron Glenn gave up 2 field goals. I can't believe it. Shaking my damn head. Oh my gosh, he's the worst defensive coordinator in the league. They just need to fire Aaron Glenn. Worst blowout win ever. Oh, that's too good. That's too good. You got to love that. Good morning to all of you out there in Facebook land. Good morning to you from Dan Skipper. Dan Skipper, when he says good morning, it's like a good morning like no others. That's right. And Super Bowl odds, huh? We got the Super Bowl odds now. The Lions sitting there at plus 325 to win the Super Bowl this year. And you should have got in on that cheese earlier when we were telling you. At the beginning of the season, the villain was showing out that plus 1,200 for the Lions to win the Super Bowl. Should have got on that action earlier. You know, it doesn't pay to pump the brakes, man. Let's just see what happens first. I'd love to take that bet into Vegas, right? Hey, Vegas, do you have a let's see what happens first kind of bet? Like, can I see what happens? And then when they win, can I place my bet then? Pump the brakes, Ross. An all-time offense? No, that's what we're in here. This is called the prediction game. We make predictions. And most prognosticators got egg on their face. You know, if you can get above 50%, then you're winning. And I don't place the bets, but I help people. I help people make money. If that's your thing and you want to gamble, I can help you. Because I don't pick them right all the time, but I pick them right more than I don't. And as far as I know, that means that you can win. And that's interesting right there. I mean, those odds went way down. I mean, kudos to those that were out there and got that plus 1,200 Super Bowl odds for the Lions at the beginning of the season, because now that they're dump trucking teams every week, they're the odds are going down, which is all right. That's all right. Let's take a look at it, though. Let's take a look at it. It is PFF Tuesday, and you're watching the Lions Villain Report, brought to you by NFL Shop. Use the link in the comments. Get up to 30% off of your order. And we're in here doing this PFF Tuesday type thing. So we're going to look at the PFF grades We're going to grade out the offense, grade out the defense. And I know this is not the end all be all. And one of the reasons I love to do this a little bit later is because I want to be able to watch the game with my eyes first, right? I want to see the game. I want to process the game. And I'm not done saying hello to everybody. I understand. I went on a tangent right there. I have a short attention span. But good morning to you, Barry. Good morning to you, Harpozo. Good morning to you, Tyler. Scotty Reno's up in the house. You like that? Dwayne Keene. Let's go. Detroit Lions. One pride. Kings of the NFC North Division. Champion title, all grit, never back down. Let's look at it. All grit, it takes more, never back down. Good morning to you, Jeremy. Anyone complaining that we went 3 for 3 on 4th down and we gave up 2 first downs that led to field goals? Yeah, do you like that? Worst blowout win ever. I can't believe gave up 2 field goals. Oh my gosh. Sewell and Ben Johnson challenged them on the no punts. That's right. No punts. We're giving Jack Fox the day off. It's his bye week. You better score on every play. I did it the end after the practice schedule was released. So Jeremy's got that 1,200 cheese. That's good. That's good that you get on. I mean, 325 is okay. But, but I'm going to try to help you guys out on that stuff. That's our Thursday show. We did our lock picks this week. And I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry, main event, Mike. Last night, on the show, I gave him a chance. I gave him a chance to back out of that Texans deal. Like, Jerry Jones is a dumpster fire right now. He would be dumb enough to fire the coach and think it's the coach's fault that they're not winning football games. You paid an average quarterback $60 million a year, and then he got injured. And then you have a couple of really, really, really nice players, and the rest of your team isn't any good. And I knew that the Houston Texans were the type of team that would come back after a loss like the Lions gave to them. We came back on them. They should have beaten the Lions. They knew that they should have had that game, and I knew that they were going to go into that Dallas game with a certain kind of attitude, and they did. And they went in there and they took care of business. And Mike had a chance to finally get that victory over me, but it didn't work out for him. He ran to the finish line, all the way to the finish line. And I tried. I tried to give it to you. But that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna I ended up picking 9 or 10. So I had another above 500 week with my picks, but I lost my lock pick. I lost my lock pick like crazy. Lost my lock pick. Atlanta didn't just lose. But let's look at some of these PFF scores. Let's do it. You ready? See, Jeremy gets his popcorn ready. Jeremy loves all the nerdy stats just as much. Loves all of the nerdy stats. And the thing is like one of the reasons I love doing PFF, I want a full day. We take the whole Monday. We're processing the game. And now I'm going to take a look at these PFF scores with you guys. And, you see if it matches up with your eyes, right? Well, Jared Goff was told that he had a perfect game. The 158.3, right? And there it is. Jared Goff with a 93.5 rating. But the most important thing when you're looking at that, look at that 76.2 on the run game. 4 carries. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4 carries. And I gave him 3 extra yards just because. Just because. They only gave him 21, but he had, I don't know. He just gets 3 extra yards because I had a typo. Vanilla Vic, 4 carries, getting the run game going, getting a little shimmy shake in the making people miss. Look out, Vanilla Vic. 76.2 on the run. Right there. Amon-Ra St. Brown coming in at 92.4. Kevin Zeitler. I think that's his best game as a Lion right there, coming in at a 90.6. 87.5 on the run blocking. That looks good right there. Hendon Hooker had a good game with his 16 snaps. Frank the Tank had a good game, 83.5. Coyote Awasika, he came in. That's good that you can get some rotation in there. Let some of these other guys play. He had a good game with 16 snaps at the end. David Montgomery with a good game, 75.7. Jameson Williams. We'll give some honorable mentions. These guys in the 60s. Penei Sewell, Taylor Decker, Graham Glasgow, Jahmyr Gibbs had a good game. Dan Skipper had a good game. I mean, all these guys had good games. Really, the worst players on the team, we're talking that actually took significant snaps, 59.1. I mean, you're borderlining just average game. So we got some average play out of our tight ends, according to PFF. Like I said, this isn't the end-all, be-all. But I thought I saw Brock Wright whiff on a couple blocks and stuff like that. That's probably why he moved down a little bit right there. But that's a great offensive performance, according to PFF, and that reflected in the score. On our pass blocking, oh, look at that. Graham Glasgow. We're itemizing. We go left to right with our rankings here. So I can go through these here with you. 82.9 for Graham, Zeitler, Ragnow, Skipper, Awasika, James Mitchell, Penei Sewell. I mean, Penei Sewell, that's actually that's a good game, but that's not a good game for Penei Sewell. Like, that's not Penei Sewell good, right? Run blocking right there. Zeitler, there again, man. I think that was his best game as a Lion. Frank Ragnow, Coyote. That's right. I love how Tim Patrick keeps on showing up. He's a physical wide receiver that loves to block in space. So what a good pickup that is for right there. But that's the offensive players right there. And nobody really played bad for me to throw a dud in there. And then the passing. No, that's not what I wanted to look at. Pressure and depth right there. This is what I wanted to look at. Because you're looking at where Goff is completing his passes. 20 plus yards, you got that up at the top. And he was 2 for 2 on the long balls. And then that intermediate where I think Goff thrives the best right there. 2 for 2 on the left side, 3 for 5 in the middle, and 2 for 2 on that right side. And those are 10 plus yard passes. And then you got your, short and intermediate game, the ones to the running backs and the tight ends right there. And that's where he does make his money right there. The 0 to 10 yard passes right out in front. He's good at dumping that ball out there. But I'm a fan of this metric for PFF because it breaks down where Goff is throwing, where he has tendencies. He doesn't throw deep balls to either one of the corners. This is the third week in a row you're not seeing that happen as much. 0 for 1 last week in that, but he doesn't take as many of those shots downfield on the sideline long. But he'll take some seam shots, which that's reflected with the 2 for 2, 44 yards right up the seam. So there you go. That's the offense right there. If there's anything that you guys want to see in here, you let me know. Let's see what kind of comments we got in here off of the offense right there. I hate autocorrect too, Jeremy. Good morning, Villain Squad. John, what's up, brother? Roy's in the house. Good morning. Dallas 0 for 5 at home this season. That team is a dumpster fire, man. That's what happens when you have an owner that, had some success in the 90s. And I don't know if he got it into his stupid billionaire head, but he put it into his head that, his input was needed. Like when he's a billionaire that hires a bunch of professional football minds, he felt that he needed to get in there. Oh, I need to get my guy. Like, who would want to coach for that? Who would want to coach the Dallas Cowboys under that ownership, knowing that you're going to have this douchebag breathing down your neck the whole time? Now, I heard from, when John McEnroe came on here, it's like, I heard that Jerry Jones takes care of the press. So I'm not going to crap on him too much. You need to get out of your football team's decisions. I mean, I know that you're really passionate about your Dallas Cowboys, but if they're going to be doing stuff, you put yourself in cap hell now, and you're going to have to live with it. But, I mean, it is what it is. Those Cowboys. And Jeremy B says, no, it's 0 for 6. All 6 have been 20-plus wins against them. And like I said, Jerry Jones is stupid enough to think that this is Mike McCarthy's fault. Oh, and it might, but I mean, he may not be the best coach in the world, but Jerry Jones out there trying to, figure out why I'm going to negotiate all my own deals. How'd that work out for you? You don't worry. We're going to get this deal done with Dak. We're going to let everybody else sign, so I'll make sure I pay my quarterback the most, even though he's definitely not the best one that was signed. We need to work on a better mobility nickname for Goff suggestions. Well, you work on that. I like that. You don't like Vanilla Vic? I think Vanilla Vic is where it's at. So much, I'm doubling down on it. Vanilla Vic, baby. You don't want to see him. You don't want to see Vanilla Vic out there on the RPO. You don't want none. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Vanilla Vic or is it going to be Sonic? Yeah. Vanilla Vic coming in with the beat down, 52-6. Because it was used somewhere before. Forget that. We took that shit. We're the villains. It doesn't work. Vanilla Vic doesn't work for Danny Dimes. You stop it. Stop it. Vanilla Vic don't work for Danny Dimes. He's actually fast. Vanilla Vic works for a slow, immobile quarterback. I don't care. We stole Legatron too. I think that Jake Bates officially stole Legatron from Zerline, right? Isn't it official now? Legatron. Dun, 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 dun. I need to have things for my subpar show that makes it entertaining. And I need names to work with. Vanilla Vic works for me. Legatron. Legatron works for me. Donald Schwarzenegger works for me. Don't think that we're going anywhere, Detroit Lions. We are coming for you. Come on. I'm going to put the entire city of Minneapolis on my back. You don't want none of Donald Schwarzenegger. Come on. I'm going to take it to the playoffs. Come on. Come on, Justin Jefferson. I need you to get open in the end zone. Come on. Take these passes. Take my hand. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Jake Full Faith Bates. I like that. I like that from the faith. From the faith standpoint, because I know that Jake Bates is definitely puts his faith first. Like, he was thankful to be the brick salesman, and that's part of the things that I work on in my faith, which is, I'm pretty selfish. So I work on the selfish part of my part, but Jake Bates doesn't have that. Jake Bates sets a good example of being thankful. And that's good to me. That's something that I appreciate. Mr. Bates. Oprah was giving out, or they were giving out touchdowns like Oprah again. I saved this from the last time. Oprah says, you get a touchdown. I'm on Rock and have 2 touchdowns. Khalif Raymond didn't get a touchdown. I thought Gibbs gets a touchdown. Monty gets a touchdown. Brock Wright gets a touchdown. We're going to give 2 touchdowns to David Montgomery. We're going to give 2 touchdowns to Amon-Ra St. Brown. We're going to give 1 to you, Jameson Williams. It's PFF Tuesday right here. Elise says, I love Vanilla Vic. We can just do it better. Full faith, family, football, friends, Bates. Don't forget food. I need food. Yeah, I don't think that Jack Fox showed up. You see what happened? If you didn't hear my BS breaking news from earlier, was Jack Fox was on the way to the stadium. He wanted to be there, but it turns out that they wanted to give him a bye week too. So we appreciate that. So they went ahead and they did that thing. And let me see if I find this. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. So they decided to give Jack Fox the day off as they decided to go touchdown times 7 and end it with a field goal. And, we deserve to get the clown some of this. So if you guys think I'm being too cocky, you let me know. You let me know if you think I'm being too cocky with this Lions team. But the thing is I know my coach. I know my coach is going to have my team ready, so I'm allowed as a fan to be as cocky as I want because I know my coach is going to have the team ready. I know that my team isn't going to fall short in the effort department. And then when you get teams like the Bears and the Vikings and the Packers trying to come back in here, they're going to fall short. They are going to fall short because we have one of the best teams ever. I believe it's going to be that way because we're not done yet. And then there you go, Elise. I love that. Thank you for making that. You're so quick when it comes out there. We have such a great roster of supervillains. Paul will put up information posts. I love some of the stuff that Paul puts up. Jeffrey Addison has some good trophy pictures and stuff. And I love Stephen Michael Menina. He's got some good stuff that's out there. But there's Elise. If you want to go follow Elise, you can scan that QR code. She's got a whole bunch of stuff. Some of the stuff is way out there for me. So if you let her go out there. I saw that one with the Jameson Williams in the bed. I was like, oh, all right. That's right. Jameson Williams was laying in his bed and he's having himself a good time. He was thinking about O.J. Simpson. The Rasheed Wallace and Za'Darius Smith related questions are going out there. I'm thinking. I mean, is this a real thing? Is this a real thing? I'm sorry, I got to get back to business here. Let's get back to the cheese right here. So let's look at the defense. It's time for the defense. And if you just came in, it is PFF Tuesday. And this is the Lion Villain Report. I'm your host, Russell Wayne. I'm here Monday through Saturday at 10 a.m. And we're talking football. And on Tuesday, it's PFF Tuesday. And we're going over some of these scores. And I love it because we use our eyes first. We have to remember, first of all, there's the disclosure to any of the new people that are watching right now that the PFF is not the end all be all. You don't look at the score of a guy and go, he's the next biggest thing. Or it's the worst thing in the world. I can't believe it. What he's going to do. He had a low PFF score. It's not like that. You watch with your eyes, and the PFF scores will tell you a story after you see it with your eyes. So Ben Neiman coming in. I mean, he only had 6 snaps. Let's keep that under control right here. This is snaps when we're looking at these, and you can see that if you can see my cursor. This is your position. This is your total snaps. This is how many of the snaps were in run defense, and this is how many of the snaps were in pass rush, and this is how many snaps were in coverage. So he had 3 coverage snaps, and he played very well in his 6 snaps. But it's more, Kirby Joseph was the best player on the field, according to PFF, 89.9. Malcolm Rodriguez had a good game at 80.9. Alex Anzalone had a good game before his injury at 75.1. Brandon Joseph, he only had 3 snaps. You see, that's where I caution people to look at look at that. We got Brandon, we got safeties. He played 3 snaps. Amik Robertson had a good game. Terrion Arnold, I think that's Terrion Arnold's best game from a PFF standpoint. I mean, he didn't have a penalty. He was decent in coverage. So Darius Smith, wow, he actually played 37 snaps. Jack Campbell had a decent game. Worst games, Khalil Dorsey, who took significant James Houston, I guess 46 points. So that, I mean, they said that was his best game out there. I thought that he looked okay. My eyes told me that James Houston had a better game than that. Like, I didn't see him out there glaringly missing anything right there. Carlton Davis, I mean, I don't know. I didn't see him have a bad game, but those are the lowest graded ones right there. I mean, Levi Onwuzurike in only 11 snaps right here. Josh Pascal right there. There you got a guy that had 42 snaps. He had a 58.7. I mean, whatever. Okay, run defense. When you isolate it by run defense, we go left to right when I'm doing these. So this was isolated by defense. Now this is isolated by run defense. And Kirby Joseph was the best run defender out there. Brian Branch always showing up there. Jack Campbell, that's what he does, is he's a run defender. Malcolm Rodriguez. So we got really good linebacker play according to PFF. Those were our best run defenders, were our linebackers. And DJ Reader, and none of these other guys really did bad. Like, bad. 60 is just, you're there, you know. I caution people that look at these middle scores and judge anything from it. I mean, DJ Reader was there, and he didn't make a lot of noise. He didn't, and a lot of times you don't want to be making a lot of noise. Sometimes when they call your name, it's not a good thing. And it didn't call DJ Reader's name, which means that I think he did his job as a nose tackle, which is why you see all of these good linebacker scores. When linebackers are your best players, I mean, we talk about that for a second. When linebackers are your best players, that means that you're defending, your defensive tackles are letting them see the backfield. Like, they occupy the space a lot of times. If your defensive linemen aren't anchoring and holding up and keeping them offensive linemen from blocking and getting to the second level, you know, and blocking linebackers, the better off they are. And DJ Reader and Aleem McNeil are both really good at anchoring and taking two guys on and making sure they take on two guys, which means that you got to devote a guy to Zadarius Smith and whoever Josh Pascal usually on the other side, which means that your linebackers are going to get to run at the ball carrier or be defending out in that part and have clean looks, and they'll have free releases. And when you see, run defense scores like that reflect that, Kirby, Brian, these guys are playing up in the slot. They're playing a lot up in that run defense slot. Jack Campbell, Malcolm Rodriguez, these are all, I mean, that's awesome. That's awesome. And then you look at now we're going to isolate it by tackling. And that's probably not going to change the people all that much. It reflected. All of our tacklers were good down to Pat O'Connor. Damn. They would say Houston and Zadarius Smith were the two worst tacklers. But you look at these: Brian Branch, Jack Campbell, Alex Anzalone, Amik Robertson, Kirby Joseph, Carlton Davis, Malcolm Rodriguez, Vildor, Arnold, Neiman. All these guys in the 70. When you got 75 and above, that actually reflects. I can see that. I seen that. And then we're looking at the pass rush. How are we looking in pass rush? We still, we added Zadarius Smith. Oh, wow. Look, the best pass rusher, Zadarius Smith. What a good ad that is. And just in a spot of need. We need help in the pass rush. We need better pass rush. The 60s are okay. 60s are okay. But you need a better pass rush than that. And that reflects in what I saw. In coverage. Oh, wow. We were really good in coverage. Look at that. Meek Robertson, Terrion Arnold, Alex Anzalone with a good coverage grade. Joseph. Good stuff. Good stuff. So in the sack department, we had 2 sacks. Jack Campbell and Zadarius Smith. I think they both got credited for a half a sack when it comes down to it. Quarterback hits. 1 quarterback hit from Levi Onwuzurike. Hurries. What did they get in hurries? They only had 9 hurries in a game. So that's something that they need to work on. That's something that I mean, even in a blowout win, you can look at that, and those are different things that Aaron Glenn can be focused on this week. And that's usually where I go with that. You got defense, run defense. Who's tackling? Who's getting after the passer? And then the coverage grades. And that's in the defense. Let's see if we find anything else in there that we would like. And the field goals, there you go, Jake Bates. I don't know, a field goal. He gets a 70.8 grade. Well, he made his field goal. And he was out there working. He was out there working on them extra points. 7 extra points. Damn. Working it. So there's your defensive PFF grades. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Who stood out to you? Oh, I'm going in here. I love reading some of your comments right there. Did they give Zadarius Smith credit for half a sack? How many pressures did he have in the game? Yeah, we didn't have a ton of pressures in that game. Let's look at that again. You said Zadarius Smith. Zadarius Smith had 2 pressures. He did have a missed tackle. Had a sack. They credit him for I think they credit him for only a half a sack. Oh, you crack me up. I don't even I just let that one simmer out there. Don't care for running the score up. That's an interesting thing that's out there. I think that's a pretty funny thing to me. That somebody would complain about us running the score up. I mean, this is professional football, right? The last I heard, these guys are getting paid. Shoot, they're even getting paid in college anymore. But I mean, we're really complaining about this. We got no class. Like, we're running the score up. It's like you got to play better. Michael Jordan. I know. I mean, I wish you. I mean, this was the Michael Jordan. You're talking championships right here. Michael Jordan knows all about championships. Don't be bitter. Be better. Stop us from scoring. You're a professional football player. That blows my mind. That blows my mind. And there's some things that are happening that it's like, I'm not making this stuff up. This is from the 33rd team, the lowest passer ratings allowed when they're the nearest to the defender. And this is the whole NFL, right? And there's the top 2 guys. You don't want to throw anywhere near Kirby Joseph, and you don't want to throw anywhere near Brian Branch. And then there's some other team. There's a couple other guys on there. Jalen Johnson's decent. but they're all on other teams. There's only one. We got two of them. We got two guys. And it's like, I'm not making this up. I'm not here trying to, supercalifragilistic I don't want to be braggadocious. This is just a fact. Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch are two players that you don't want to throw the ball anywhere near. It results in takeaways for the Lions. So the NFL can learn the lessons. They can learn shit the hard way. And forgive my potty mouth sometimes, because I do focus my faith, family, and then football right there. But I'm not a perfect person. You might hear a swear word or two on here, and I apologize to all my church-going friends, but it is what it is. You can tell me about it on Sunday, and I'll say, I'm sorry. I will. But play better. Play better if you don't want us to put the whooping down on that ass. And the thing is, with stats like this, Kirby Joseph is 24 years old. Brian Branch is 22 years old. This isn't going to change. This isn't going to change. These guys are going to be a problem in the NFL for years to come. The Lions don't even have to think about re-signing Branch until the end of next year. Kirby Joseph, he's probably going to get a bag this summer. But that just means that this safety tandem is going to be here. They're just going to be here. I think they're going to be Lions. I'm just giving you the facts. The Lions are the best team in the NFL. You like that? Don't be bitter. Be better. It's not my fault that your team can't get it together. My team is a well-oiled machine. I'm allowed to come up here and run my mouth, for one, because I've earned the right to do it, because I went through 2020 and 2021 doing radio. I went through it. Like, I started in the shit box. And now the Lions and, this page and this show, there's so many Lion fans that are out there that I'm blessed with an opportunity to be able to produce shows about the Lions. And I'm thankful that I have an opportunity to have a career doing this. But if I'm going to get paid to throw my opinion in there, I might drop a S-bomb. I'm probably not going to drop too many F-bombs. If I drop an F-bomb, I'm really going to apologize. It may happen. But they're paid millions to do what they love to do. Feelings are null and void. Play better, period. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear how we're classless. How the hell are we classless when we run up the score so much? When we run up the score so much that we have to put our backups in. And some people are like, why didn't they put their backups in the third quarter? What, really? To me, if my starting quarterback is not even playing in the last quarter, and then you're going to give me crap because I'm running the score up, like, what do you want me to do? I took my starters out. Or we don't have enough people on the roster. Like, like Dan Campbell says. You know, you can't just go take people out. You know, some guys do more than one thing. I mean, but we got to drink it in. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat all this stuff anymore. You know, Fox NFL putting us up the best record through the first 10 games since 1934, 9-1. I mean, and that's Lions stuff, you know. I mean, I know that teams have started 9-1 before, but this is uncharted territory. Uncharted territory right here for Lion. We're about ready to move to a spot here. Like 9-1 is that's like 10-1. There is no, like, you are the one. 10-1 is there is no history book. You are the history book. But I believe in my coach. I believe in the coach. And I believe in the leadership to keep it going. If and when the Lions win, the Lions are going to win the Super Bowl this year. And when they do that, I'm going to feel like this could be a dynasty. And I'm going to spend my off season, you know, and Jeremy's probably going to spend his off season talking about how this could be a dynasty. Guys, I don't see a team beating this team. Now, they'll lose a game or two before the end of the season. But when it comes down to when this is going to matter, it feels like a team of destiny as a Lions fan. And we've been disappointed before. So if we are disappointed, I still feel good about where it works, where it's better, you know. I mean, nothing says your team's getting better like your Super Bowl odds going the bet where the odds go down and down further and further. That started the season at plus 1,200. Nothing tells you about progress is watching that number drop from 1,200. And then you start whooping teams and it starts dropping. And then it's under 1,000. And then it was 700. And then it was 500. And then it was 400. And now it's down to 325. And Jeremy, good for you getting in there and getting some of that cheese. You don't have to put much down when you get odds like that, you know? But that's awesome. But good morning to everybody out there. Dan Skipper's on the call today. Oh, good God. Right there. And that's so crazy to me. The 33rd team. All right. My bad. All right. Rewriting Detroit and NFL history from Jay-Z. Oh, we just lost the Huddle Sports Network, that's what we expect that. You got Ken and Ken doing their show about the Bears starting right now. I think Jeremy B might even be going over there. Let me see what else we got in here. Yep, draft, develop, re-sign, and trust in Brad and Dan. And that's what we do. That's what we do. You trust in Brad and Dan. I mean, why wouldn't you? I think I just showed some evidence right there. You're looking at young players. I mean, what a good plan by Brad Holmes. What good foresight. To look, because he knew that he had a developmental machine in Dan Campbell and the coaching staff. I mean, they're not only developing players, they're developing coaches too. And they draft and they develop, and they're going to be able to keep a fluid salary cap because they're going to re-sign these guys, and they're going to have well-developed rookies and second-year players, third-year players. Like, look at all of the players that came out that we didn't think were going to be good, that are key players on the team. One of the big examples to me is Aleem McNeil, you know, and now Levi Onwuzurike, and now look at Josh Pascal taking meaningful snaps now. And these are guys that just kind of get thrown away and forgotten, but they're the guys that were developed. It took time to develop those players. And then you have these other players that aren't just role players. You know, yeah, you wanted Josh Pascal to be more than just a role player when you draft him in the second round, but, you know, that's 3 years removed. Now you're looking for role players. Now you have other guys. You know, you brought in, you got DJ Reader, you got Aleem McNeil on the defensive line. You're developing Broderick Martin. You got the next bun in the oven. You're looking at Penei Sewell. He's just getting started. This guy's just getting started. And he's already one of the best. And, you know, I argue that he is the best. I think Penei Sewell is the best player on this roster. And he might be the best player in the NFL because of what he can do. But this is PFF Tuesday. This is the Lion Villain Report. I'm your host, Russell Wayne. You can join me here Monday through Saturday at 10 a.m. right here on this network, the Huddle Sports Network. We're on the Villain Squad Facebook page. We're live right there. We got 58,000 followers. I'm going to make a new graphic once we get to 60,000. So thank you to everybody that follows the page. Why have billions when we can have thousands? And if you haven't already, please take the time to go over to the YouTube page at Lions Villain Squad. Subscribe to the page. That's all us. We're live there as well every day. We're trying to build up that network too. We got 58,000 villains, and we're trying to move some of them over to the YouTube page because we'd like to do some different things with the YouTube page. It's faith, family, and then football in that order. I'm going to get out of here. And I want to say a blessing over your life like I do every day, because I appreciate you guys listening, especially the live people. Everybody that's on the replay, God bless you guys. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you until we meet again for another episode of this, I guess. God bless you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, yo, the lies so that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. eyes closed, hands open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like Lysosin was popping in like oxygen when boxes wet.
Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto, choose what I get to. Never lose, move on the move, but it's simple.
Never give up and we running it maybe. We just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision and pay me, it's never to sway me. Indigenous, maybe we winning, it's crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity.